After watching the film The Marvels right after its first day release, we easily recommend this movie for you to watch. If any of you were initially hesitant to see this film or chose to skip it, our suggestion is to give it a watch, as there are several reasons that make it exciting to watch. The Marvels delivers many laugh-out-loud scenes, intense battles, and thrilling action. The storyline is fast-paced and straightforward in explaining how the relationships among the three main characters develop. There is a well-presented element of Islam without being forced, and most importantly, the post-credit scene is not to be missed as it relates to mutants. Welcome to our channel, and in this video we will thoroughly dissect everything that happens in the film The Marvels. Before continuing to watch the video, we want to remind you that this video is guaranteed to contain many significant spoilers related to the film being discussed. Therefore, the decision is in your hands, and viewers bear the risk. But as usual, for those who have just joined or recently discovered this channel, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be the first to know whenever we post a new video. If you've done that, here is the complete video. The Marvels actually presents a simple plot, but is intricately woven with the characteristic storytelling style of Marvel Studios films. It is spiced with comedic scenes and a strong element of science fiction. The film revolves around a woman named Dar-Benn, who strives to restore her planet to its former habitable condition. Planet Hala, a location inhabited by the Kree people, is now in a state of decline. This compels its residents to brainstorm ways to repair their planet. The planet is currently experiencing drought, a decrease in oxygen levels, and the situation is exacerbated by a dimming sun. This poses a significant threat to life on the planet if the sun were to vanish on its own. As the leader of the Kree Nation, Dar-Benn decides to fulfill the requirements of each element needed for a planet to remain suitable for habitation. Therefore, she steals the quantum bands, a pair of quantum-powered bracelets associated with space and time. She intends to use this artifact to open portals to other dimensions or locations, extract resources from the targeted planets, and transfer them to Hala. In the early part of the film, it is explained that Dar-Benn successfully locates one of the coveted artifacts, while the other, as we already know, is currently in possession of Kamala. Nevertheless, Dar-Benn remains focused on her main goal. She combines the power of the quantum bands and her cosmic rod weapon, a universal tool, to open a portal connected to another location. In the previous point, we discussed the dying state of the planet Hala, prompting Dar-Benn to seek resources from other planets. Apparently, the destruction of this planet was caused by the decision of Carol Danvers, who did not reconsider before acting. Indeed, the stories in the MCU films often showcase decisions that initially seem right, but result in unforeseen effects. Take, for example, T'Chaka's decision to isolate Wakanda from the outside world and leave Eric after killing his father, a decision that birthed a powerful enemy who successfully disrupted the government system within Wakanda. Surprisingly, Captain Marvel is no exception. She acts without considering the future consequences, right after realizing that she was being manipulated by the Kree in her first film. Carol Danvers visits Hala to destroy the Supreme Intelligence, the entity ruling the planet. Carol decides to destroy the artificial intelligence because she believes its presence has led to a misguided purpose, forcing the Kree to invade the Skrull and other civilizations. Unexpectedly, the destruction of the AI leading the Kree Nation results in a civil war that devastates the planet Hala, causing the Kree Empire to collapse as the planet loses essential elements for inhabitation. This includes a reduction in water supply and oxygen levels needed for the survival of the population within. To make matters worse, the sun on Hala is dying, further worsening the planet's conditions. Captain Marvel's actions earned her the title of the Annihilator by the Kree Society, prompting Dar-Benn to open a portal to save her home planet. Subsequently, in the film, it is finally explained that the portal or jump point is the primary cause that triggers the exchange of locations between the three main characters. It all starts right after Dar-Benn opens her portal. Nick Fury, located in the Saber base, detects strange anomalies emanating from the jump point. He orders Carol Danvers to visit the location and report her findings. At the same time, Monica Rambeau, who has just gained superpowers, is instructed by Nick Fury to head to the Saber base. Similar to Carol Danvers, she is also tasked with investigating the jump point, but on the other side, so her location is different and not the same as Carol Danvers. When Carol and Monica touch the jump point simultaneously, this is what causes them to swap places. Kamala is also involved in this situation because she has one of the quantum bands that can be used to create a jump point, but she lacks the universal weapon to control it. This results in her also swapping places whenever the three activate their powers together. Moreover, all three of them share a common power source, light, so they are interconnected. In the end, their powers can be restored after Dar-Benn obtains Kamala's band and wears both artifacts on each hand. Carol, Kamala, and Monica no longer experience location swaps whenever they activate their powers. To meet the requirements for her planet to survive, Dar-Benn begins opening portals in several locations. First, she heads to the planet Tarnax, the home of the Skrull population led by Emperor Droge. Initially, Dar-Benn intends to negotiate and establish a peace agreement with the Skrull nation there. However, the involvement of Carol Danvers, along with Kamala and Monica swapping places and reaching the location, disrupts this crucial meeting. Feeling threatened, Dar-Benn uses her weapon to open a portal on the planet Tarnax, creating a portal that absorbs the atmosphere of the planet. This is then transferred to Hala. This event triggers significant damage, forcing the three of them to evacuate the Skrull population as much as they can. Some of the Skrull people are saved, while others perish along with the destruction of the planet. Witnessing this, it ignites the anger of Emperor Droge, making him blame Carol Danvers. His reason is that the Skrull nation had just agreed to a peace treaty with the Kree. Due to Captain Marvel's interference, it not only led to the destruction of the planet Tarnax, but also disrupted the peace agreement. Meanwhile, Carol herself is convinced that the Kree would have destroyed Tarnax along with the Skrull after realizing their malicious nature and intentions. Fortunately, Valkyrie arrives, activating the Bifrost Bridge. As a friend of Captain Marvel, she allows the Skrull to seek refuge in New Asgard as a temporary residence, providing a safe haven for the colony. After the events on Tarnax, Dar-Benn's next target is the planet Aladna. This planet is unique because its inhabitants communicate through singing, and more than 90% of its location is composed of oceans rather than land. Dar-Benn targets this planet because she wants to extract water to save Hala from the drought disaster. On this planet, Carol Danvers is a princess after marrying the prince there as part of a political alliance because Carol had previously saved the planet from a crisis. Quickly, Carol visits the location, accompanied by Kamala and Monica. She explains the purpose of her visit and reveals that Dar-Benn is targeting the planet, prompting Prince Ian to prepare for battle. Shortly after, Dar-Benn and the Kree forces arrive to force Aladna to submit to the Kree. However, Prince Ian and his people refuse the offer and begin to attack the invaders to protect their home. Taking advantage of the chaos, Carol and Monica target Dar-Benn to prevent her from using the cosmic rod to open a jump point portal between Aladna and Hala. Carol and Monica almost succeed in stopping Dar-Benn when she attempts to take resources from the planet. However, when Kamala is forced to use her powers to help the cornered people of Aladna, her abilities cause her to swap places with Carol or Monica. This gives Dar-Benn the opportunity to carry out her plan. She uses her quantum bands to absorb and redirect the energy blast towards Captain Marvel. This allows her enough time to open a jump point that begins sucking the water from the planet to transfer it to Hala. Afterward, Dar-Benn's ultimate goal is to seize Earth's sun to replace the dying sun on her planet. Such an action forces the three heroes to stop her as it clearly poses a threat to humanity. The film also shows the past of Mariah Rambeau, Monica Rambeau's mother, leading up to her death. In that scene, the three of them are puzzled, contemplating where Dar-Benn's next target might be after attacking the planet Tarnax. Kamala then mentions that she saw a star map on Tarnax, but couldn't remember it. To recall that memory, Carol asks Monica and Kamala to use a device called the fracking port, enabling them to share memories of what happened as they continued swapping places. This allows them to see memories of the past, when Maria Rambeau, Monica's mother, was in a critical condition due to the cancer she suffered. While Monica disappeared due to the snap caused by Thanos, the fact that Monica thought Carol never returned is the reason why she is so angry. In reality, Carol did accompany Maria in her final moments. Furthermore, when Monica returns after the blip, her mother has already passed away, and she feels alone because there is no Carol Danvers welcoming her back. The Marvels is a film recommended for cat lovers. Why is that? Because the film features a scene that showcases a large number of cats. Goose, the tentacle alien in the form of a cat, is depicted laying a vast number of eggs inside the saber base. These eggs then hatch into cute and adorable kitten-like creatures. However, they are not just a complementary element in the film. Goose's offspring help move all saber workers when the base is in an emergency situation. The kittens devour all the workers, then regurgitate them when they reach Earth, safely transporting everyone since the limited spacecraft couldn't carry all the workers without the help of the kittens. While Marvel is known for presenting stories that emphasize human diversity and culture, introducing African and Asian cultures, it now incorporates Western culture, namely Islam, in the Marvels. The involvement of Kamala's family in the film is necessary as they cannot be separated from Kamala. This family often lightens the mood as they are essentially ordinary people involved in superhero-related matters. Therefore, their innocent behavior and antics become an interesting aspect to watch. Additionally, there are some Islamic elements displayed, ranging from the decorations in Kamala's house to the uttered prayer phrases, such as during a moment when the aircraft they were on almost crashed from a high altitude. The Marvel successfully introduces Islamic elements that represent a minority community in the outside. Next, an interesting development in the film seems deliberately saved for the end. After all the issues are resolved, Kamala approaches Kate Bishop to invite her to join a team of teenage superheroes. With a style reminiscent of Nick Fury, Kamala recruits Clint Barton's protege. The scene then transitions to Kamala visiting Kate, though the details are not explicitly shown. This scene hints at the formation of a new Avengers team, comprised of young superheroes focused on upholding justice, similar to the original Avengers. It turns out Kamala obtained data on young heroes from Saber's documents, while Kate Bishop seems willing to join her. After the recruitment efforts, in a Nick Fury-like style, the scene shifts to Monica recovering in bed. Toward the end of the film, it is revealed that Monica successfully closed the interdimensional gateway after absorbing the powers of Kamala and Carol Danvers. The portal was created when Dar-Benn used both quantum bands, but lost control, resulting in her body being destroyed. The portal she created became problematic and would absorb the universe where the heroes reside, heading towards the other side. After successfully closing the portal, Monica is still alive. She wakes up and finds her mother lying in the bed next to her. Seeing her mother again makes Monica emotional. However, to her surprise, the woman is not the same person she thought was her mother. In a surprising twist, one of the mutants named Beast from the X-Men appears. He comes to inform Monica that she is now in another universe, one parallel to her own. He then leaves to inform Charles Xavier about the latest news regarding their new guest. In this universe, Maria is binary, wearing two quantum bands similar to Dar-Benn, and she does not recognize Monica. It's highly likely that the MCU kill will introduce mutants from the X-Men in a similar manner, suggesting that they have existed all along, just not on the same Earth but in a different universe. Moreover, the ending of the Marvels seems to hint at the beginning of the events of Secret Wars, which likely will involve multiple universes and a multiverse war. We already know that X-Men and Fantastic Four are on their way to the MCU, but it's clear they come from a different universe and are not part of the main universe, Earth 616. And that concludes the plot explanation of the post-credit scene and the interesting elements we found in the Marvels. For those who have watched the film, what would be your personal rating after seeing it? Feel free to share in the comments so that everyone reading can know. As always, please like if you find the video entertaining and informative, and subscribe if you haven't already. We bid farewell for now and see you in the next video.